Winter illuminations abound in Japan, and in this video we take a look at those of Nagoya, perhaps the most underrated city in Japan that you should definitely visit.
It's mid-November in Nagoya. We're at the Sky Terrace directly across the street from Nagoya Station, enjoying the new winter illuminations.
Situated on the 5th floor of the Dai Nagoya building directly across from Nagoya Station, this free admission landscaped outdoor terrace is a wonderful place to visit any time of year, but especially so during the month of December.
And one of the nicer things about it is, although it's busy, it's not overcrowded, and we're the only Western tourists in the whole place.
This year's theme is Crystal Christmas, featuring all sorts of crystal shapes floating in the wind and places to grab the perfect selfie. Down on street level along Meikidori, the main street near the station alongside Midland Square Tower, you can enjoy strolling amongst the dozens of ginkgo and maple trees adorned with thousands of lights. It's something to put you in the holiday spirit for sure. Stepping inside the Midland Square Tower amongst the high-end retailers, you'll find the pop-up store of world-famous Kathy Wolfhart of Germany. Inside, there are hundreds of uniquely German-made ornaments and Christmas decorations available only here. It's as if you're in the Bavarian Alps and stepped into Santa's workshop for sure. So be sure to pick out the perfect ornament or souvenir to take home with you. Continuing down the street to the Lucent Tower Plaza, there's a synchronized light display with dozens of trees festooned with colored lights and LED illuminated balls amongst the garden. It's the perfect kind of place to enjoy a cup of coffee or hot chocolate while taking in the light display and enjoying the music. It's simply amazing to see what kind of free light shows you can come upon as you stroll throughout the city. The Japanese absolutely know how to go about decorating their towns. Then take the steps up to the Kite building and back to the JR Gate Tower for yet another indoor Christmas tree display, which you can actually manipulate using a phone app. Throughout Japan, you'll find this kind of display in many of the larger office buildings. And best of all, they're free. And finally, top it all off by stepping into the huge Takashimaya department store, enjoying its display of Christmas festivities, and slip downstairs to the dessert food hall for a delicious treat. Then we're off to Nabana no Sato, billed as Japan's largest winter illumination with over 6 million lights. This is a huge botanical garden just south of Nagoya that's open year-round, but from late October into late spring, it is open throughout the evening and lit up like nothing else in Japan. This year's big show features a tribute to iconic Mount Fuji set to music. Here at Nabana no Sato, there are miles of wide paved pathways to explore, including dozens of acres of landscaped and illuminated gardens and the 200-meter tunnel of lights, which changes colors as you pass through to yet another garden. And if you happen to arrive in late November, there's a good chance you'll be able to enjoy not only winter illuminations, but the autumn colors of the park. Here and there you'll find brilliant maples and yellow ginkgo trees lit up from underneath, showing off their natural colors around one of the many ponds. Yet just another treat of Nabana no Sato. But for a totally different view of the grounds, take off inside the Flying Observatory, which takes you up 70 meters into the air inside a revolving observatory, allowing you a bird's eye view of the surrounding area. There's a small extra fee for this attraction, but it's worth it for the excellent view in the evening. And another surprise inside the park is the Begonia Garden and Andy's Flower Garden. Step inside the 4 enormous greenhouses with over 12,000 varieties of begonias in all sizes and colors. We're now inside the begonia display, and there are thousands of incredible begonias here. It simply boggles the mind with the colors and variety. You'll walk from one display to another and yet another. Everywhere you turn, there's another photo opportunity. We thought we'd seen it all, but then we stepped into another building with each one seeming more impressive than the previous. The Begonia Garden was an unexpected surprise that we thoroughly enjoyed. Of course, if you get hungry, Nabana no Sato has you covered. There are 8 restaurants on the grounds, from inexpensive street foods to more upscale dining. And if your feet get tired, why not pull off those shoes and socks to soak your tired toes in a hot spring foot bath? Simply a great idea on a chilly winter night. At Nabana no Sato, you'll get your fill of Christmas winter illuminations. To get the most out of your travel to Japan, please click the like and subscribe buttons for our channel so you can follow along as we showcase all of these wonderful places throughout the country. The variety is astounding, and there's no better place in our opinion to start your Christmas celebrations in Japan. Entry is 2,000 yen, however you get half of that back in coupons for use at one of the souvenir shops. This effectively cuts the price in half to a very reasonable 1,000 yen. So while Tokyo and Osaka have great winter illuminations, some of the best you'll find in Japan are in Nagoya. And don't just limit your visit to Nagoya in the winter. Check out our other video on Nagoya showcasing some of its other hidden charms, such as Oasis 21, the Toyota Commemorative Museum, the Meiji Mura Village with its 200 acres and 70 original Meiji-era buildings, and the Nagoya Castle Park. Nagoya simply offers something for everyone, and yet it's perhaps the least crowded of Japan's largest cities, making it all the more enjoyable. And please send us an email with your questions about Japan travel or ideas for other excursions. We'd love to hear from you, and until next time, sayonara!